Yo, what's up YouTube? I'm back. I'm here bringing out another NBA 2K20 video. And in today's video, we are going to be rebuilding the It's more of a what if video. It's more of what if Bradley Beal got traded to the Brooklyn Nets. As y'all can see, Bradley Beal's right here on the roster. I did the trade. The trade was Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, and 2 first-round picks for Bradley Beal and a Mineral Sheffield. I know they would probably get more in this Bradley Beal trade, but I don't know what more they would get, if the Nets would get more, if they would get more. I just didn't know. So that's the trade. It's not bad. So in this kind of predicament here, the roster would be Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Wilson Chandler, and DeAndre Jordan. I feel like I would honestly put Kevin Durant at the 4, Spencer Dinwiddie at the 2, and Bradley Beal at the 3, something kind of like that. But for this video purposes, it's going to be however they do it. We're not like rebuilding. We're just going to see how they would do with Bradley Beal. I don't know why I can't talk. So in my mind, I'm going to be talking to y'all during the video too about how I think they would do. And honestly, Bradley Beal goes from being the first scoring option to a second or maybe even third scoring option on this team. Because when he was in Washington with John Wall, he was a second option at first, I believe, until John Wall got hurt the last couple of years, and now it's Bradley Beal's the number 1 option. So this was the rotation. It's Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, Tayshaun Prince, Durant, and DeAndre Jordan. I am going to be simulating to see how good this team does. I do think they will honestly win, but let's sim. And what I think about this deal for the Wizards and the Nets is that Bradley Beal is a good scorer. He's a great scorer. What was he averaging this year? Like almost 27, 28 points a game. And then you pair him alongside with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, 2 all-star superstars, whatever you want to call them. That is pretty much it's like another big 3, like kind of like, I wouldn't say like Miami's, more of like probably when it was LeBron, Kevin Love, and Kyrie. Because with this big 3, you got 3 go-to scorers at all times. You got Kyrie, who's clutch. You have Bradley Beal, who can pretty much do it all, along with Kevin Durant, who could do it all. He could defend. What I really like most about this is that every night you don't know who's going to be the go-to scorer. Like, Kevin Durant could have an off night, Kyrie could have an off night, same with Bradley Beal. I feel like on the Brooklyn Nets perspective, doing this deal is something that they would probably think about doing in the long run. It would help them win now more games, but not in the long run. In the short term, I meant. In the short term, they would win more games. In the long run, they do lose a valuable center at the age of 20, Jared Allen, who's becoming one of the best centers in the NBA. You do lose Karis LeVert, who, yeah, he has up and down games. He's inconsistent. He's not. If he was consistent, he's kind of like Jeff Green. Jeff Green will have like a 30-point game and then like an 8-point game, a 2-point game, and then you honestly have. When you have Karis LeVert out there, he's good. He averaged 15 points a game. Don't get me wrong, yeah. But if you look at the box scores, it'll say couple big games, then like 4 or 5 bad games. I know that the Nets will probably do this trade because with Bradley Beal, you do get a 20-point per game scorer, average 5, like I think 5 rebounds and 5 assists, something like that, where he can help take over the team when you need it, and they'll make a deep playoff push. I'm not saying it would take them to the finals, but it would honestly. It's between the Bucks, Nets, and Sixers to get to the finals, and even the Raptors too. Even though the Raptors lost Kawhi, the Raptors are doing much better without Kawhi than they did with Kawhi, and it's all because of Nick Nurse. But let's not get off topic here. Now on the Wizards side, the Wizards are in a rebuilding mode, and I honestly could see them trying to trade Bradley Beal. Is this the best deal they can get for Bradley Beal? No. They could probably get more in a deal for Bradley Beal, probably from like I don't even know. I don't even think the Lakers would trade for him. Like, there are some teams that would probably get more for Bradley Beal. They would kind of overpay for him. But at the same time, some teams might just, that could be the best offer you get, like from the Nets. And if you plan on rebuilding, that's the offer you take. You get 2 first-round picks in the deal, along with a young center and Karis LeVert. And you still have John Wall, who's supposed to be coming back, which the dude hasn't played in 2 years almost. And I know it takes like 2 years to come back from an injury, fully recover from. I forgot what he injured, but I know it usually takes 2 years to come back from a torn ACL or Achilles or something. And with John Wall being the only like player up there in age, I could see them trying to get something for John Wall, but they wouldn't really get anything because his contract is humongous. He gets like 40 million a year, and with 40 million a year, that's too much. That's like Chris Paul money, and those two guys they never stay healthy. It's just something that you shouldn't have done when you offered John Wall 40 million. But it's not like his fault. It's not like, would you reject 40 million? No. But all in all, if this was a trade to go down, I would say in the short term, of course, the short term it would be that the Brooklyn Nets win the trade because you get a 30 point per game scorer. You get a win now mode where you got a big three that can go out and compete every night. And for the Wizards, they won in the future. You get a young up and coming center, Jared Allen, 2 first-round picks who y'all could hit on, and hopefully get some pieces to pair around Jared Allen and Karis LeVert. Like I said, Karis LeVert, if he could become consistent, that's just his downfall, man. If Karis LeVert was ever to become consistent, he would honestly just be. That trade would lean more towards the Wizards winning. But I just don't really know because with him being inconsistent, it just like messes up a lot. You know what I mean? Like with him not being very consistent, most of his points will be like 30, then 8 and 8. If he could just average 15 every night, or like drop 15 here, then like 20, it'll be really good. Because the Wizards, they do have a lot of free agents coming up too with Davis Bertans. They have to bring back, I believe. They do have that rookie Hachimura, who could honestly be very good for them. But you don't really know because you haven't really. The NBA got canceled because of COVID, so you don't really know what up and coming. But I do see the Nets doing this trade. The Nets would be a top 3 team in the East, and honestly, they could be top. I'd say top 4 because you got the Raptors too, and the Raptors are doing really good without Kawhi, like I said. So my predictions for the standings would be like the Bucks. It would be the Bucks, Raptors, Nets, and then Sixers, as the Nets would be the 3rd seed. And I could see them going all the way to the 3rd round maybe. It just depends how they do and if they stay healthy because Kevin Durant isn't healthy right now. Kyrie's been injured, and Bradley Beal has been hurt some time too. So if all 3 of them can stay healthy, they're a top 3 team. But if they get injured, it's a disaster waiting to happen. I really hope they don't get injured. I would like to see this go down, honestly. Let me know down in the comment section what y'all would like to see. If y'all would like to see Bradley Beal and Bradley Beal go to the Nets with Durant and Irving. As we are heading to the end of the season, I don't even know how we did. I hope we did good. I saw we lost a lot of games right now, and then at the beginning of the season we did. We did beat the Bucks. I think we're probably like a 5th seed or something. But LeBron's your MVP. Here's all the stats if y'all want to pause and look. Kawhi, most improved, Frank Vogel. For some reason, this team just never does good. Kevin Durant's on here. If y'all want to pause and look, like I said, I'm going to go slow. So here's all the teams. And we did get the 4 seed. Like I said, this team is the top 4 team. And if we look at the standings, how far were we behind? We went 54 and 28. That's really good. We were 1 game behind the Bucks and 5 games total for the 1st seed. I forgot about Boston on the low. That's my fault. So they could possibly be a 5 seed with Boston too. So let's look at the player stats. I always click the wrong one, man. If you look at the player stats, Kyrie led us with 27, then Bradley Beal with 25, and Durant with 20. I feel like Durant he would score more, to be honest. He did take the least amount of shots of them all, but they all shot 50% or above, and they all shot 42% or above from three, which is really good. That's really good. Kevin Durant was a 50-40-90 club, Kyrie was a 50-40-90 club, and Bradley Beal was a 50-40-80 club. They all played about 35 minutes a game, 32 minutes a game. Kevin Durant didn't play that many minutes, surprisingly. And how many three-pointers did they attempt? Almost 500. Dang, they attempted a lot of threes. But we are taking on the Raptors in the first round. Let's see how far this Nets team can go. But like I said, they could end up in a situation like this where they play the Raptors and they end up losing in the first round. Because like I said, the East is tough, man. But I could honestly see them going pretty much to, as they do beat the Raptors in 7, I could see them going all the way to the conference finals. But we are taking on the Sixers, who did get the first seed. In the closeout game, we won by 1 point. Durant had 30 points, Kyrie 29, Bradley Beal had 15, Wilson Chandler stepped up. It's good to see, man. And then, as we are taking on the 1-seeded Sixers, who have Embiid and Ben Simmons. And that's pretty much all they really have. As they probably are going to beat us, as they do beat us in 7. And Joel Embiid dropped 37. I forgot they had Tobias Harris. They did trade for Derrick Rose. I don't know who they traded for Derrick Rose. But they did their thing, man. And the big three did their thing. Just wasn't enough as we lost by 20 points. But, like I said, I could see them getting to the conference finals, winning. They could possibly make it to the finals. It just depends how they coexist together. Because you know how some big threes don't coexist. Like how the Cavs made Kevin Love a stretch four when he was never a stretch four. He was a dude that was, you had to be under there in the paint, and he would body them because he was big. No homo. But that's the end of the video, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.